Okay, we are now streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Chairman.
Good morning. Welcome to the meeting of the Administrative Operation Committee of the Public Building Commission of Chicago being held today on July 28, 2022 at 11 a.m. Today's meeting is being live streamed. PBC Chief of Staff, Lori Lipson, please call the roll.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman Maldonado.
Here.
Commissioner Randall.
Here.
And Commissioner Camargo.
Present.
Thank you, Chairman Maldonado. We have a quorum.
Thank you. The first item on the agenda is approval of the minutes of the meeting held April 19, 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion approved. The next item on the agenda is public participation in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. Registered speakers will be allowed 2 minutes to provide comments.
There are no registered speakers, Chairman.
Next item on the agenda is report by Chief of Staff, Lori Lipson.
Good morning, everyone. We have a busy day in the farmers market, so please excuse me if you hear some background noise. I have 3 reports for you today. The first one is for our specialty report. And as you recall, we have not had an AO since April. So we have a total of 29 task orders. And so I'm going to summarize them in 3 categories, and the details are in your book. We had 16 renovation and demo environmental contractors in a total amount of $351,594. 8 of those firms out of 16 were MBE, WBE, or a combination of both. Secondly, we had 4 material testing contractors, all which were MBE, WBE, or both, in the amount of $778,355.50. Lastly, we had 6 surveyor task orders for the month in the amount of $126,401. 6 of the 9 of those task orders were for minority and women-owned businesses, or a combination of both. Those 29 task orders equal $1,256,350.50. My next report, as you can see, is a hearty report on our construction management at risk report. What I wanted to do this month is focus in on our CM projects that we have recently appointed for our AIS projects. And so what I will do is go through our new projects. 3 of them are the North Park Village. The first one is for the chapel, which we're calling Building F, and it's in the initial amount for their GMP of $732,180. The Gymnasium Center, which is Building B, is in the amount of $755,375. The last building for the North Park Village is the Administration Building, which is Building C, in the amount of $1,195,475. Again, these are initial GMPs. They are within our project authority. The next 2 projects are for Henry Brothers. The first one is Juvenile Intervention Support Center, and that is in the amount of $850,600, pardon. And the Lakeview Health Center in the amount of $959,660. The last 3 on the list are the Pershing Road buildings. The first one includes the West Building, including the tunnel upgrades. The initial GMP for that project is $9,552,255. The Pershing Road Center upgrade is in the amount of $8,342,010. $342,010. The last one is the Pershing Road East. And again, these three are for all construction, is in the amount of $1,502,502.35. That concludes the construction manager report. And again, the entire report includes all the GMPs that we've had for all our CM projects. For our amendment report, we have 3 amendments. The first one is for Mesero Insurance, and that is our insurance brokerage services. We are recommending our 1 year at $116,000. That is in alignment with their agreement, and that price has not changed. The same is similar for CS Insurance Strategy, which is an MBE firm, in the amount of $6,000. And that's really for our directors and operators, officers insurance policy. The next one is for Catalyst Consulting Information Technology. We are just asking for time, $0, until July 31st, 2023. This is a contract that we piggyback off the city, and the city amended their contract until July 31st, 2023. And so we wanted to ensure that we follow along accordingly. Last but not least, we have our Ricoh, which is our copier services. This is an agreement that we have partnered with U.S. Communities. It is a joint procurement across multiple municipalities, including some nonprofits, and it's for $0. We're just extending for time until December 31st, 2024. Not the one good thing about COVID, but we have really decreased in our use of paper because most things are electronic. And so we save money, and so we don't need any additional money. We just need time to extend that contract. And that concludes my report, if there are no questions.
Thank you, Ms. Lipson. Is there a motion to accept the reports provided by the chief of staff?
So moved.
I have to abstain from the amendment report because I have a couple of entities there that I do business with.
Yes.
So I will support the acceptance of these reports except for that amendment one.
Yes, understood. We will denote it in our minutes as well.
Thank you. The reports are accepted. Next item on the agenda is report by Chief Development Officer Ray Guterral.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Hope you're all doing well. I will start with our change order report. There are 2 change orders to report. One is for a school project, the Belmont Cregan Elementary School. The other for a municipal project, the Legler Regional Library Renovation Project. Both change orders were previously approved and are being presented for ratification. I will start with the change order for the Belmont Cregan Elementary School project. The total final negotiated amount for that change order is $18,687.53. The work was related to additional carpentry due to alleged errors made by the architect relative to window elevations and interior soffit elevations. Those revisions were required in order to eliminate that conflict. The work was approved by our client, field order was issued, and this is the final change order with the negotiated value. The next change order is for the Legler Regional Library Renovation Project, and that is what we consider a closeout change order. It is to deduct the unused commission contract contingency in a total credit amount of $7,316.27. That concludes my report for the change order report. Unless there are questions, I can move to the field order activity report. Okay. The next report is related to our field order activity report. There are 3 field orders that exceed our reporting threshold. 2 are for our school projects, and 1 is for a municipal project. The first school project is the Belmont Cregan Elementary School project, and the estimated value for that is $25,212.60. The field order was reviewed with our client and approved for issuance. The field order involves adding an additional back tap, water tap service at the project. Effectively, it addresses the Department of Water's preference to add essentially a backflow preventer after the water tap service was installed. The work was authorized and the work is complete. The next step is we will negotiate the final change order and present it as part of one of our reports in the future. The second project is a school project, the Sauganash Elementary School Annex 2 and renovation project. It is a field order related to our issue for construction set, which is post-permit review, for a total estimated value of $135,174, and that includes all of the building review comments related to permit and all of our procurement addenda and RFI elements that were responded to as part of the bidding process. The work includes architectural revisions, MEP revisions, minor structural steel revisions, minor revisions to added concrete for the caisson work, and an added line of earth retention system. It's important to note that this PCO obviously was reviewed with our client, approved for field order issuance. The negotiations on this change may be split into 2 different parts, one for all the work except for the structural steel changes, and a separate that focuses on the structural steel changes only. We're in the process of negotiating those final values, and I will report that at one of our future meetings. The next field order that exceeds our reporting threshold is for our Joint Police Safety Training Campus project, the phase 2 portion of that work with our design builder, Berglund and Brown and Moman team. The architect on that project is Moody Nolan. This is a client requested change to provide design and engineering services to modify the specified hazmat and USAR area. USAR stands for Urban Search and Rescue. That part of our work was specified as the different blocks A through E. This happens to affect one of those blocks that we call Block E. This is a result of an added EMS center that's being constructed by our client through AECOM as an added element to the existing academic building that they've constructed recently. By doing so, it required us to redesign and re-engineer our hazmat and urban search and rescue area. The estimated amount under this design build agreement in order to perform the design and engineering services is approximately $48,254. Upon completion of the design documents, our design builder will advise regarding the construction costs related to executing the redesigned work. We'll be reporting on that as well in future meetings. Commissioner and Commissioners, Chairman and Commissioners, that concludes my report for the change order activities and the field order activities, unless there are any questions.
Move
Thank
to
you, Mr.
approve the report. Move to approve the report.
Second.
The report's accepted. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you all.
Thank you.